Lainez Torrey. With chart-topping records, an autonomous empire, and a devoted fan base, he was once an unstoppable force in the music world. Now, though, he is accused of shooting Megan Thee Stallion and is currently serving a 10-year sentence. They say, interesting part, though, is that Tory says he was set up. Furthermore, he is accusing Jay-Z, Roc Nation, and the entire industry in addition to the judicial system. Did Tory Lanez truly risk everything to reveal something more profound, or is this just another conspiracy? Let's dissect everything. Greetings to all, and welcome to our in-depth exploration of the inspirational path of a musician who changed the rules of the music business. Tory Lanez is a movement, a revolution, and a live example of the strength of freedom in a world controlled by corporate labels. This is not simply another story about a rapper attempting to achieve fame. Tory Lanez was more than just a singer. He was a trailblazer who questioned accepted conventions in the music industry. Tory took an alternative approach in a field where it was common practice to give up creative control and sign away rights. He was adamant that genuine artists could thrive outside of conventional record deals. Imagine an artist in today's fast-paced, corporate-driven environment who aspires to create an entirely independent empire in addition to chart-topping songs. Tory Lanez refused to give in to the pressure of a quick deal with a major label, which may have guaranteed immediate stardom at the expense of his artistic freedom. He resisted allowing his music to become just another product under corporate control. His entire voyage was a meticulously placed brick in a much bigger foundation. It took not only extraordinary talent, but also unrelenting perseverance and a steadfast faith in his own vision for Tory to build his empire brick by brick. There was more to Tory Lanez than simply another rapper. He demonstrated that musicians may be successful without a major label. He became a multi-platinum musician, owned his masters, and started his career from scratch, all without committing himself to the business. Most High, his 2020 music video, was more than just a showy production. There was a message. Dressed like a triumphant monarch, Tory was spotted fighting suit-clad demons, signifying the industry's attempt to subjugate him. However, what occurs if you challenge the system? The system retaliates. Then came the moment that made all the difference. The world turned against Tory the night Megan Thee Stallion was supposedly shot in the foot. However, was the situation as straightforward as the media presented it? Megan's tale was altered several times. She began by claiming she had no idea who had shot her. She accused Tory after that. Tory's statement that Roc Nation had warned him to remain silent, the lack of DNA on the gun, and a witness who said a woman may have fired the shot were all pieces of questionable evidence. None of this might have occurred if I had signed with Roc Nation, Tory asserted. Was he being used as an example, or was this personal? Comparisons with past cases. Why did Tory's well-known counsel abruptly step down days before the verdict if the case against him was so compelling? This is where the situation becomes even more dire. Following her departure from the lawsuit, Tory's lawyer, who had previously been associated with Roc Nation, secured a new television contract. What is the show's name? Reasonable Doubt, a blatant allusion to the legendary album by Jay-Z. Is it a coincidence? Or was she put on Tory's side by Roc Nation to make sure he lost? Despite being incarcerated, Tory doesn't keep quiet. He accuses Roc Nation and Jay-Z of planning his demise in his most recent album. He accuses the devil-like people in charge of the industry of controlling musicians through contracts and silencing those who oppose them. However, this isn't the very first thing that artists have said. Tory's remarks confirm what many artists have been implying for years, that the industry is dominated by wealthy elites who manipulate, exploit, and stifle others. Based on Kanye West to Prince to Michael Jackson, the recurring message is that if you speak up, you will be taken down. Signing huge contracts is like signing your soul away, according to artists who have long made this assertion. However, what Welcome
If someone like Tory
Lanez
Lanez demonstrates that you can be successful
one of the most
without them,
compelling narratives
the industry
in the
uses
music
you as a
industry.
benchmark.
Today, we're diving into a message that echoes through the careers of some of the world's most iconic artists. A message that Tory Lanez has boldly brought to the forefront. Tory's remarks confirm what many artists have been implying for years. The music industry is dominated by powerful, wealthy elites who manipulate, exploit, and stifle emerging talent. It's a world where the rules are written by those with deep pockets and long-standing influence. This isn't just idle talk. It's a perspective that has been echoed by legends like Kanye West, Prince, and Michael Jackson. Each of these artists, in their own way, face the harsh realities of an industry that often chews up and spits out voices that dare to speak up. Imagine for a moment an environment where every contract you sign feels less like a stepping stone to success and more like a chain that binds you, an agreement that demands your creative spirit in exchange for a taste of fame and fortune. Many in the industry have warned us. Signing huge contracts is akin to signing your soul away. And indeed, these warnings come not from skeptics, but from artists who have walked this treacherous path. They've seen firsthand how deals with major labels can strip away not only financial rewards, but also the freedom to be true to one's art. Now let's reflect on the recurring message that emerges from the stories of Kanye West, Prince, and Michael Jackson. Each of these artists, celebrated for their innovation and influence, also bore the scars of an industry that punished those who dared to challenge its status quo. Kanye West, for instance, has consistently spoken out against the constraints imposed by traditional label contracts. He's a living testament to the fact that the system often silences dissent rather than nurturing creativity. Similarly, Prince's legendary battle for control over his music and Michael Jackson's struggles behind the scenes all point to a disturbing trend. If you speak up or deviate from the norm, you risk being taken down by a system built to keep you in line. But here's the twist that makes Tory Lanez's message so groundbreaking. In a world where the industry often uses defiant artists as benchmarks, a way to warn others about the perils of independence, Tory Lanez emerges as a powerful counter-narrative. His journey shows us that you don't have to be crushed by these colossal forces to succeed. What if someone like Tory Lanez, with all his trials and tribulations, can prove that independent success is not only possible, but can also redefine the very foundations of the industry? Tory's path is not just about personal triumph. It's a challenge thrown at the feet of an industry that has long thrived on control and conformity. When Tory speaks, he's not merely recounting his own struggles. He's echoing the silent frustrations of countless artists who have watched their dreams smothered by oppressive contracts and backroom deals. In his eyes, the industry's elites aren't just business magnates. They're gatekeepers of an outdated system that exploits every artist who dares to break free. Let's pause and consider this. Every artist who signs a massive contract is, in a way, agreeing to a set of conditions that may ultimately limit their creative vision. The industry often presents these deals as golden tickets to success, yet underneath lies a trap, a mechanism to turn vibrant, innovative souls into compliant commodities. This isn't a new story. It's one that has been unfolding for decades. And every time an artist like Tory stands up to this system, it sends a powerful message that true success isn't measured by the size of the contract, but by the freedom to create on one's own terms. Think about the legacy of those who dared to challenge the norm. Their influence wasn't confined to record sales or chart positions. It reshaped the industry itself. Tory Lanez, with his unyielding determination, reminds us that while the industry might use you as a benchmark, it can never truly define you. His journey tells us that when you reject the notion of signing away your soul, you reclaim not only your art, but your identity. So as we wrap up this segment, I invite you to reflect on the broader implications of Tory's words. In a world ruled by the wealthy and the powerful, can true artistry ever flourish under the weight of contractual chains? Or will independent voices like Tory's continue to pave the way for a more liberated, creative future? His challenge is clear. The industry might try to crush you, but the spirit of independent artistry. The mainstream press was a major factor in Tory's demise. The story was written before he was ever put on trial. He was guilty. Contrast this with other corrupt industrial titans. Claims made against celebrities such as Jay-Z are not given the same amount of attention. Why? Because those at the top are shielded by the media, while those who oppose them are destroyed. Was Tory's destiny predetermined the instant he questioned the industry, or was he truly guilty? Even though Tory Lanez is in prison, he continues to fight. He is exposing what he says is the worst secret in the industry through his music. Will he be permanently silenced, or will his voice be heard? What are your thoughts? Was this just justice being done, or was Tory Lanez set up? Let's talk about it in the comments section below.